The mistletoe margarita, the Scrooge driver, the North Pole punch. The holidays call for cocktails, so get everything you'll need for them delivered with Drizzly, the go-to app for drink delivery. So
what's it gonna be?
Classics like Bullet Bourbon, Don Julio Reposado, or Kettle One, or maybe something new. Find it all on Drizzly, where you can get beer, wine, and spirits delivered for any holiday festivity. Download the Drizzly app or go to drizzly.com. That's DRIZLY.com today. Must be 21 plus, not available in all locations.
Bitch, this isn't the 80s. You need to catch a dick.
On this episode of The Commercial Break.
Over at one of the Bitcoin wallets, decide that they are going to give us some commercials. They want to buy some commercials.
Right. Okay. They want to come in and sponsor.
Yeah. So, and I won't mention the name of the wallet, but I'll say...
They're defunct now.
Yeah. They're literally
they
filing
advertised with us.
Grandmas were losing their houses. Poor people in Ecuador are more poor because of this company. And we were there. Buy. Get 20% off their next Bitcoin on, BitShit. BitShit.com.
Oh, got coronavirus. Got coronavirus. Could be me. Could be you. Could be me. Could be you.
Could be me. Could be you.
Who's got it?
Who's got the beat? I don't know. Could be me. Could be you. If you find the beat, could you pass it on to PizzleKahn, please?
Exactly.
Can we talk about this girl first?
Yeah, go talk about PizzleKahn.
Yeah.
First of all, I think we need to change the name. I think we need to call her MC Coco Melon.
I was thinking
because that was basically what she was doing.
Yes,
I got the vacuum cleaner,
We'll just repeat.
My friend's list is leaner, now vacuum cleaner. I wanted to call her PizzleKahn, but whichever one. Coco Khan.
The next episode of The Commercial Break starts now.
Episode of The Commercial Break. Welcome back. I am Bryan Green. This is my good friend and former wife, Kristen Hoadley.
We're still work spouses.
We're work spouses.
Hello, best to you.
And best to you, my friend. Best to you out there in the podcast universe. Thanks for joining us on yet another episode of The Commercial Break. The only commercial break you'll ever need, I promise you. We had a comment on one of the boards, on one of the publishers, that said, this husband and wife team is obnoxious.
Nice.
I can say that one part of that is true. I'll leave the rest up to your imagination. Here we are.
Thanks
back
for
again.
writing.
Yeah, thanks for your compliment. They still gave us 5 stars.
Okay, good.
It's unbelievable. I feel like people want to be mean, but they don't want to be really mean.
So they give the 5 stars and then say something mean.
When we talked about Joe Rogan and Howard Stern,
yeah,
I expected some backlash because I just knew we were walking into territory, but I felt like we needed to correct our stance given new information.
Yeah.
The thing that's difficult about a podcast is we record numbers of days a week. We record hours in a week, but we're recording, it's a snapshot of time.
Yes.
It's not happening when you listen to it. It's happening when we record it. Yeah, it's not live. And so some of the information is belated. It's like, and so when you put out a statement and, you support something and then 2 days later you get information that clearly you don't support, it may come across as incorrect. So while we don't delve into politics, I felt it was important just to touch on that subject. And then someone goes, I hear that these Nancys, waterboating it again or some bullshit like that, more libtard bullshit. Still think it's a great show.
Still watching it.
I know. I was like, well, I guess we'll take what we can take.
That's absolutely right.
It's the little podcast that could. I have to tell you a story that I think was just amazing. So I have been dealing with cryptocurrency since it came out, since I heard about it. I say dealing with it, I mean like reading about it, right? And thinking,
dealing in it.
Yeah, dealing in it. Hey, you want some Bryan fart NFTs? You want some Bryan ass NFTs?
The good stuff.
Still working on that collection, by the way. So I've been reading about it because I'm fascinated at this thought of alternate currency. And I never understood it. I read about it for about a year before I actually understood what the fucking they were talking about. And it wasn't until I got involved that I really understood exactly what was going on. So it's not that hard of a concept It's just you got to kind of figure it out, right? Someone's got to teach it to you a little bit. So I was reading and reading, and then I was like, oh, I got this. So I go on this.
Bye.
Yeah, rich. So what I'm mainly reading is, some college kid, some pimple-faced kid who works at Domino's is now a billionaire because he took all of his lunch money and bought, Bitcoin when it was 6 cents. Right. Which happened to many people.
True.
So I didn't get in that early. I got in when it was like, $700, $800. And I thought that was expensive, right? I thought this is crazy. Like, who's paying $700, $800 for some shit they don't even understand? It's, clearly no one gets this. So I was into this concept, this thought about mining. Like, you buy a server and mine basically for free. For the cost of the electricity in the server, you could mine Bitcoin yourself. Right. Back when individuals did that kind of thing. Now it's all owned by hedge funds and corporations. Are all, you don't make any money doing that as an individual with one server anymore.
Right.
But back then, what you could do is rather than buy your own server, you could buy into a company that had multiple servers, and then you bought a small share of a server. And every Bitcoin that server would mine, you would then get your share, however much money you put in. So, and they had plans. It was like, $29.99 a month, $39.99 a month. And then how much money you made depended on the fluctuation in price on Bitcoin. But every day you would make like 0.0000001% Bitcoin. But if you did the math at a certain average, right? I mean, I guess if you do the math on anything at a certain average, at a certain price, everything makes money. But I was in my head, I calculated, you could probably make like, $6 to $7 a day. But over the course of time, if the price keeps on rising, well, maybe that'd be like $60 or $70 a day.
Sure.
So I buy into this. This is years ago. And it's like a 2-year or 18-month contract. You have to keep on paying $29.99 a month for 18 months. Okay, whatever. And the harder the Bitcoin got to mine, generally, the less you would make every day, right? So it was getting harder, but more expensive. It's like a whole calculation that they had that you could do, right? I didn't understand it back then. Barely understand it now, but I was one of those guys who was like, Bitcoin, buy.
Right, get in now.
Okay, so fast forward to October of last year, and you and I get the nice people over at one of the Bitcoin wallets decide that they are going to give us some commercials. They want to buy some commercials.
Right. Okay. They want to come in and sponsor.
Yeah. So, and I won't mention the name of the wallet, but I'll say
they're defunct now.
Yeah. They're literally
they
filing
advertised with us.
Grandmas were losing their houses. Poor people in Ecuador are more poor because of this company. And we were there. Buy. Get 20% off their next Bitcoin on, BitShit. BitShit.com. So, okay. So they say, please, Mr. Podcaster, go and sign up for one of our wallets so that you can be knowledgeable about how to use our product. So that you can talk about it on air, which I do. So I do most of the commercial reads, so I did that. But when I went to go do that, the personal email address that I've been using for years, it says you already have an account. I'm like, I don't have an account. What are you talking about? And then, but I asked for the password back. They give me the password, and then they say you need to verify your account with an ID or a passport, your social security number, and some other identifying information. I'm like,
give us everything.
Big fucking pain in the ass just to read a commercial, right? But I do that. And then it says it takes 7 to 10 business days to verify your account. We'll get back to you. And I'm like, fuck this. So I read the commercial and da-da-da-da-da. Then on the Super Bowl halftime show, I see that this place has a huge commercial, like a couple of, they did the whole 9 yards of the commercial. And I'm like, wow, they really have come into their own. They're spent, they're on the commercial break in October, on the Super Bowl in January. The parody is unbelievable. I wish I could charge $2 million 30 seconds. Astrid and I are sitting in the dining room the other day, and we are talking about future vacation plans of ours. And I was reading through old emails, and I saw the email that said, you've been verified on this wallet. Please go here and reset your password. Yeah. I then do that while I'm sitting there and I'm talking to Astrid. And I open up the application. On the application, it says, you have X thousands of dollars in your account. And I was like, that's so nice of our sponsor.
Yeah.
They paid us in Bitcoin or whatever, right? I'm like, this is a example of what you should see if you were actually making trades and buying and selling Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Right? This is an example page. So I'm trying to navigate out of it. I can't navigate out of it. I close the app. I open it again. Your balance is X thousands of dollars. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, I'm mixed up with somebody else. What is going on?
Right.
So then I look, and I look at my trading history. And my trading history goes all the way back to when I purchased that plan. And I was dumping what I was making into this wallet. And when I was doing it back then, it was dollars that I was making every day.
Yeah.
But 5 or 6 years later, it is hundreds and hundreds of dollars that I was making every single day.
That's incredible.
I had a bunch of money.
Best to you.
Best to you indeed. I had this Bitcoin wallet.
Yeah.
I was one of these guys who like literally found lost Bitcoin, and there it was. And I mean, I'm not talking about, this is not life-changing FU money. This is enough money to say, oh, we are going to have a nice family vacation.
Let's go on
right?
vacation.
We just found our
Yes.
we just found the missing money we needed for that nice family vacation. But it was unbelievable to me because I've never won anything I one time won a television from a radio station, 96 Rock.
Yeah.
I was at a baseball game. I put in my name on one of those slips that said, win a 65-inch, flat screen TV, which at that time was literally something you had to get movers to move into your house. Yeah, it was one that was on like a stand and, the whole 9 yards, had a speaker at the bottom. And so I won it. And one day I got a phone call, you've won this TV. And I was like, that's unbelievable. It was 367 pounds. They told me I had to bring somebody to the radio station to help. I had to bring a truck. I was like so excited about this. I get it home, the fucking thing doesn't work. I call them up and I'm like, this thing doesn't work. And they're like, sorry, not our problem.
Yeah.
Call the person who gave it to us. And I never got, so I had this broken TV sitting there forever. Anyway, I found this Bitcoin money because of our sponsor. So thank you to that sponsor I won't name now.
Thank you, sponsor.
But thank you. But it made me think about, I've been thinking for the last couple of weeks about why I actually initially decided to recheck the wallet in the first place, which was the Super Bowl ads, which were Bitcoin crazy. There was so many crypto, NFT, all this NFT bullshit talk. I don't know what to think of all of it. I understand it, but I don't want to talk about it here on air, but I don't know what to think about all of it. But what I do know is that the halftime show for this particular Super Bowl was the best since Prince. Hands down.
Yeah, I loved it.
Hands down.
I absolutely loved it.
Kings and queen of rap and R&B up there just killing it. And so well done and just like so nostalgic. And I know that I'm one of these old farts that is like, it's 1992 again, Snoopy Doggy Dog. Snoopy Doggy Dog and Double D. I'm like, I sound like an old fart. But the truth is that I thought that it was so well done, and I enjoyed it so much. I think it lived up to every bit of the hype, and that's hard to say because every year there's a lot of hype around that Super Bowl halftime show. Yeah. It's Katy Perry dressed as a watermelon, going out there and singing some shitty song, or Justin Timberlake, flipping around. This was fantastic.
I agree.
Did you watch it?
I watched it. I
like
loved
3 or 4 times. I thought it was just so good.
I was dancing in my living room watching it.
So good. And there have been some really bad halftime shows, and this was not one of them. Prince, I think, is probably the best all time. Yeah. Purple Rain, In the Rain.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. You don't get any better than that. It's never going to top that. Never.
Right.
Never. The Who, while I loved it, was not something that everybody loved. It was just a bunch of old fogies up there, trying to reclaim some of their rock.
Yeah.
Katy Perry was whatever. I mean, Katy Perry was Katy Perry. Justin Timberlake, we saw Janet Jackson's boob, but I don't think that it was all that interesting in the first place. No. Besides the tit, there was nothing really to talk about.
I mean,
it was a nipple.
At this point.
It was. I know. If that happened, it was like a Tuesday night on TNT.
I know.
I mean, it's like, who gives a shit? It's a nipple. A nipple is a nipple.
Right.
Is a nipple. I don't care anymore. I don't care if my kids see nipples on TV. I don't care. It's part of the body. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Who cares?
If you make it a big deal, then
it's a big deal.
Yeah.
And what makes it a big deal is that puritanical fucks. And anyway, think of another Super Bowl halftime that was close to as well produced and as well done and as exciting as the one that we just saw.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And I know this is weeks and weeks ago, by the way. I understand that we did, this would.
No,
this
I agree.
weeks and
Purple
weeks
Rain's right up there. I like the Rolling Stones. The
Rolling Stones are good.
did.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you play. Tom Petty did one, didn't he?
Did he?
Was it Tom Petty?
I don't know.
Bruce Springsteen did one, I think.
Yeah,
didn't he?
did.
Yeah, Bruce Springsteen was good. But I mean, that's a certain, like, you have to have I don't think that's as broadly liked as the incredibly popular Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Mary J. Blige. Who else showed up? That got 50 Cent was hanging from the rafters. Poor bastard.
I did see something where somebody was like,
"Hey, 50, do you want to come out of bankruptcy for 15 seconds?" You want to stop pitching vitamin water and do that rapping you used to be good at?
Anderson .Paak was on drums.
Oh yeah,
that was really good. I love him.
I can't even believe Dr. Dre was playing the piano, playing the real piano. Do you think he was really playing? I mean, obviously,
tinkling the keys.
He was tinkling on the keys. Do you think that was lip synced? Most of it. I think most of it.
Maybe some of it. I think it's a mix.
Yeah.
I think
they have the mic live, but they have the track below it.
Right.
So that if you want to sing with it or you want to say something to the crowd, you can.
Yes.
But they have certain parts they know are going to be tracked.
Right.
Because that's just the way it is. The Super Bowl doesn't want to leave anything up to chance. Yeah, they don't, because, God.
It's the Super Bowl.
Yeah, because then God forbid somebody see a fucking nipple.
Yeah.
Right? That's what happens. But it was so good. So universally some of the best hip hop stars ever, all on one stage, all at one time. It was so fucking good. Who fucking cares about the game? I can't even remember at this point who played.
Me either.
It's 3 weeks ago, and I can't remember 4 weeks ago. I can't remember who the fuck played. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I didn't watch.
It was
L.A.
Care.
Oh, yeah. L.A. Rams.
Yeah.
I was watching some video of... I love that guy from Channel 5 News. You watch that YouTube channel? It used to be All Gas, No Breaks.
No.
And now it's Channel 5. It's like all man on the street stuff, right?
Yeah, no, I remember the All Gas, No Breaks.
Yeah. Okay. So he got fired from Vice, or they had a breakup or whatever. Now it's Channel 5.
Was it Chicago? I think it was the Chicago.
No, it wasn't Chicago Bears. It was no. It wasn't the Chicago Bears. I could guarantee you that. I know that much. It was somebody. It was the Bengals? Was it the Bengals?
I think so.
Is it the Bengals?
Yes,
Okay, it was the Bengals. All right. So the Bengals and the LA Rams, we think. We don't know for sure. So this is not where you come for your sports news. We have never talked about sports on here, and we're still not talking about it. We're just pretending to know that somebody played in the Super Bowl. Somebody played.
There was a football game that happened.
There was a lot of baskets in the Super Bowl. I know that. So anyway, so this guy, he does all this on the street type stuff.
Right.
And he was in downtown LA right after they won, and it just, there's some of the craziest, most ludicrous human beings on earth in the middle of downtown just partying.
Sure.
And one of their things is that, like, he's a white guy, tall white guy who wears this ill-fitting suit. He's young, he's like 25, 26 years old. He's kind of goofy. He's got curly hair.
Yes.
And like people will come up and they'll spit lyrics, right? They'll spit raps. And so that's his thing. He goes around and not always do they do it, but
like freestyling?
Yeah, they freestyle,
freestyle,
right? And
yeah.
he's not a bad rapper himself. He does some freestyle himself.
Okay.
But then people, if they know who he is, that's the thing. He comes up and they go, let me spit, and they'll let him spit, and then he got on his YouTube video and he gets 17 million views. Ours gets 1,700.
Similar.
Half of them are from India. I don't know who thinks we're so funny in India, but I swear to God, we get so many people watch us.
Look at these Americans.
Yeah, look at these two idiots. Hey, Mom, come here. Look at these two idiots. So it made me... So a couple things. I'm going down this track. A couple things. Have you heard about PizzleKahn? Do you know who PizzleKahn is?
No.
Okay, so... and Bitcoin. This all comes together in this one kind of extraordinarily crazy story.
PizzleKahn and Bitcoin.
A number of years ago, there was a Bitcoin exchange called Mt. Gov, right? Okay, and Mt. Gov, I think it's Mt. Gov. Mt. Gov got hacked, and they had a good chunk of the Bitcoin supply was sitting with Mt. GovX or whatever it was called at the time. It was like kind of one of the original Bitcoin trading posts. Yeah, they were very OG, like back from the beginning. And they got hacked, and they got thousands of Bitcoin stolen in this hack. And at the time, that thousands was that thousand, however many they stole was worth a couple $1 million, $20-30 million. It's a big deal at the time. $20-30 million worth of Bitcoin just went out of people's wallets. It's huge. It was hacked. You weren't supposed to be able to hack it, but it got hacked, and now the wallets were gone, and the keys, the passwords were gone, and they didn't know what happened to them, and they couldn't figure it out. And this is like 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
Now that is worth billions and billions of dollars because of the growth in pricing around Bitcoin. And it turns out that the DOJ and the FBI was onto a couple of young people with the name of Heather Morgan.
Not the DOG and not the...
the DOJ.
DOJ, not the D-O-double-G.
Not the D-O-double-G. He was not on the case.
Yeah. Got it.
Or maybe he was on the case. I don't know. He's into all that shit. He's like in the metaverse. Someone just bought land next to Snoop in the metaverse for $2 million. I don't get it. I just don't. I've been watching this since day one, and I don't understand what all the fucking hype is. I really don't. Okay, I want to get into it.
Yeah.
So this girl named Heather Morgan and her boyfriend they were found with the missing Bitcoin.
They were.
Yes. Now, don't ask me how they got to the bottom of all this, because it's supposed to be untraceable, untrackable, all this other shit. But you know that the FBI is going to figure shit out. I mean, it's just, nothing is untraceable or untrackable, not even Bitcoin. But they get to the bottom of it because Heather Morgan and her boyfriend, Heather Morgan, also known as PizzleKahn, were trying to launder the money. They had to clean it.
That's right. I did read this story. I didn't realize I didn't realize she was known as PizzleKahn.
Her alternate name is PizzleKahn. She's a rapper. And she's being serious, even though it's clearly the funniest thing you've ever heard or seen.
Yeah.
She's trying to be serious, but it's fucking awful. I mean, it is awful. So I just want to say the rest of the story a little bit. PizzleKahn and her boyfriend were trying to launder $4.5 billion because you got to clean the money.
Right.
You can't just, take the stolen wallet and then put the money into your account. And all of these legitimate trading posts, these places where you can trade Bitcoin and sell them, they were getting suspicious when they were trying to, out of nowhere, cash in $60 million worth of Bitcoin.
Yeah, that'll raise a red flag.
Of course it will. Yeah, when you're a nobody and then all of a sudden you show up with $60 million worth of Bitcoin that you previously didn't tell anybody about, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it happens, but they were asking the tough questions, as they should. They were like, where'd you get the money? Where did the Bitcoin come from? We're not going to clean it. I mean, we're not going to clean it. We're not going to clean it unless you tell us, unless you give us a cut. Exactly. We're not going to clean it unless we're in on it. So we're not going to cash it unless you explain to us how you came about this Bitcoin. And try as they might, they weren't getting the answer. So finally, because it was so tough to wash this money, harder than they had expected, and they were just a bunch of dum-dums, they
could have just opened the chicken. The chicken shack,
Pollo, Project
Breaking
Pollo.
Bad.
Yeah. Pollo Loco.
Yeah, Pollo Loco. That's what they should have done.
Or a car wash.
Yeah,
because $4.5 billion dollars. It's going to be one or two 1996 Toyota Camrys running through your car wash. So they got so fed up with this, they started putting the money directly into their personal accounts because they couldn't figure out how, they didn't know how to launder money.
Shit, we've got this money.
Now, to be clear, this is allegedly, right? And no one is saying whether or not they actually stole the money or they were just in charge of washing it, but they were very bad at this.
They were involved.
Because they started buying gift cards, Walmart gift cards at $500 a pop. And were
they Green Dot?
They were Green Dot Walmart gift cards. And they were trying to wash the money $500 at a time.
Oh my God.
It's so stupid, right? I mean, just like stupidity. Meanwhile, this girl, Heather Morgan, is living a double life as PizzleKahn. PizzleKahn. Okay, now, I want to let you listen to some of PizzleKahn. Do you want to hear some of PizzleKahn?
Yeah, sure.
Right, I'm going to put the full reaction shot on. There we go. I've got 3 videos. What should we listen to first? I think we should listen to this one first. Hey everybody, it's that time inside the commercial break when we take a commercial break, and I have some exciting news for you. Krissy and I are going to be starting a series where we play a number of games here on the podcast, and we want you involved. If you're interested, leave us a message at one of 2 places. Go to tcbpodcast.com, click on the Contact Us form, and drop us an email. Or you can leave a text message or a voicemail on 661-BEST-2-YO. That's 661-237-8296. I'm not going to get into what games we're playing, but we're going to be playing a lot of them, so there's plenty of room for everybody. Also, if you'd like to follow us on Instagram at The Commercial Break and youtube.com/The Commercial Break for content you cannot get anywhere else. We put out clips on both Instagram and YouTube every single day. And on YouTube, we have a series called In the Studio. It's filmed exclusively for YouTube, so you can only get it there. Subscribe if you like the channel. We certainly would appreciate it. People are texting us and leaving us messages asking us how they can best support the show. One of 2 or both ways. Number 1, you can leave us a review on your favorite podcast player. We certainly would appreciate it, and it helps us grow the audience of the show, which then in turn makes our sponsors happy. If you're ever in the market for any of our sponsors, products or services, if you could use the specialized URLs or discount codes that we give away on air, it gives you free shit and it tells our sponsors we're doing a good job. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is now the new schedule. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns about that, go ahead and hit us up on that 661-237-8296 number, and I'll let you know how I feel about you letting us know how you feel. And now, a word from said sponsors.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 18-month terms and only a $500 minimum. And the happiest part? MSU FCU certificates yield 4.5% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/MSUFCU. That's MSUFCU. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 12/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie.
I'm Margot Robbie, and I play Barbie.
And I'm Ryan Gosling, and I play Ken.
Max is now the exclusive streaming home of Barbie.
So cool.
And the Max with Ads plan is included with your Cricket $60 unlimited plan at no additional cost. Log in with your Cricket username and password to experience Max on all your favorite devices.
This is the best day ever.
It is the best day ever.
Don't miss Barbie, now streaming on Max. Phone plan streams in standard definition. Programming subject to change. Fees, terms, and restrictions apply. See cricketwireless.com for details.
The mistletoe margarita, the Scrooge driver, the North Pole punch. The holidays call for cocktails, so get everything you'll need for them delivered with Drizzly, the go-to app for drink delivery. So
what's it gonna be?
Classics like Bullet Bourbon, Don Julio Reposado, or Kettle One, or maybe something new. Find it all on Drizzly, where you can get beer, wine, and spirits delivered for any holiday festivity. Download the Drizzly app or go to drizzly.com. That's DRIZLY.com today. Must be 21 plus, not available in all locations.
This one is known as, I think it's called Crocs or something like that. Hold on one second. Let me get the...
Is her coat dirty?
Let me get the old TC. Yeah.
KHAN.
KHAN, like, you know, Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
That's so stupid. This girl is so stupid. Okay, are you ready for this?
Yes.
Wait till you hear this. You've never heard something so bad in your life.
Menace to society.
Oh, wow. We're watching this. Hold on one second. Okay, just let me remind everybody. You can go to tcbpodcast.com/thecommercialbreak if you want to watch what we're talking about. Clips, brand new clips every single day of the week. We'll put out a clip on this. Please subscribe and like any videos that you're into.
What? Menace to society, higher than the vacancy. You can't get as high as me. Synesthesia, I can see. Menace to society, higher than the sky can see. You can't get as high as me. Synesthesia, I can see.
What is she doing? This video is worse than the song, I think.
This video is worse than Coco Melon. It's worse than Coco fucking Melon. And let me tell you something. I had to get this video prepared for today. And by the end of the night, I was like, synesthesiology. Now I was tuned in. This is insane.
Troublemaker. Are those pickles?
She's got pickles in her video. Pickles.
With eyes on them.
Yeah, it's like some people are trying to be so weird. You know, like there's some weird comedy out there or there's weird art out there that people are really into because it's just so out there. They're like, this person is a genius. There's like...
Right.
Like fucking Yeezy, right? Yeah. It's like, Yeezy is, peeing on his mom's head. It's brilliant, right? This girl is an example of trying to copy the weird that weird people like. It's not real.
Crazy outlier, notoriety, real icebreaker. No one crude as me, not a peacemaker. Bring the anarchy, big booty shaker, coming from the Black Sea.
She does not have a big booty, by the way.
She's a white girl. She weighs about 72 and a half pounds, right? And I'm sorry, but there's no cushion on either end of her. And she's like, I don't even know what this is.
I don't know either. This is bad.
Yeah, that's a icebreaker. She's putting a series of words together. Yeah. Icebreaker, train maker, love taker.
Yeah.
Give no apology.
I said I'm not fucking sorry.
I said I'm not fucking sorry.
Society, higher than the sky can see. You can't get as
That's
high
chocolate
as
milk.
Me.
Yeah.
I can see. Menace to society, higher than the sky can see. You can't get as high as me. Synesthesia, I can see. Sure do love Tuesdays. That's my best booster.
Sure do love Tuesdays. Sure do love Tuesdays. They come next to Wednesdays. Right after Mondays. Right before the Thursdays. This girl's bad. But this isn't all. You want to see another one?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I want to play the vacuum one. Okay, hold on a second. Just wait. I can't even explain.
Do you ever have people in your life who just suck? Well, this song's about them. Bitch, you suck like a vacuum cleaner. Vacuum cleaner. Bitch, you...
I could do this.
Vacuum cleaner.
I found some lost Bitcoin. 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 I found some Bitcoin. Bitcoin. She's wearing pasties.
Stars.
Yeah.
There's what is this scene?
Baby, Krissy, I have no fucking.
Like
I just called you baby. Ex-wife. Ex-wife.
It's nutshells.
It's
like
nutshells.
pistachio nutshells.
Well, let's give the listeners a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
So what you see is a young white girl who's got nothing but pasties on her top and then like black shorts.
Cape.
Yeah,
thing.
a little cape, but it's not covering up much.
Yeah.
And so her little boobs are bouncing around and with these pasties, and then she's cleaning up a countertop, like a white quartz countertop.
That looks like the Mapache got into that. The raccoons.
It's got nuts.
Coffee. There's
coffee grounds. Marijuana, I'm assuming. There's probably ayahuasca, somebody in there. I mean, this lady is like... But here's the thing. By all accounts, and I did a little research on this, by all accounts, her friends and family and people that know her say this is not a joke. Like, this is not a parody of a hip-hop artist.
Right.
This is her expressing her hip-hop. Now, I don't know much about hip-hop, but I got there's lots of bad music everywhere around the world.
You know what you don't like.
What's that?
I said, you know what you don't like.
Yeah, I know what I don't like. This is
Razzle-Kahn.
This is Razzle-Kahn.
Suck like a vacuum cleaner. Suck like a vacuum cleaner. My friends list about to get leaner. Cause you suck like a vacuum cleaner. Think I need to do a spring cleaner.
She's vacuuming her house with a frog in her hand. I just don't get it. With a spring cleaner. My friend's list is about to get leaner because all of you suck like a vacuum cleaner. This is some of the worst rap I have ever
really
heard.
bad.
You want to hear one more? Wait, let's a little more of the vacuum suck.
Cause you suck like a vacuum cleaner. Used to be scared to be alone. Had bad friends, just wanted to bone. Won't pick up whenever they phone. Got no time, I'm in the zone. Just set in.
She needs to get out of the zone.
Yeah,
She's in the wrong zone.
She is the definition of out of the zone. I don't even know if you were ever in the zone to get out of. Yeah.
Whatever zone she's in, she
Meanwhile,
needs to leave.
you're talking about such white people problems like friends or jet setters, Saigon to Rome. You can't even pick up the phone. This is the problem of a thief, of a Bitcoin thief. The day in the life of a Bitcoin thief.
Right.
I sit around vacuuming up ayahuasca all day in my pasties.
With a scone, Michelin star desserts made from foam. Now I'm the one who getting blown. Got a hot mom for my throne. Everything made from soapstone. Razzle-Kahn, becoming hella known.
Razzle-Kahn, becoming hella known. 473 views. I'd be like the guy in the back. 473.
Oh my God.
All right, one more.
Okay.
Because I took the time to cut this out. This is about coronavirus.
Oh Lord.
I'm not gonna, that's all I got to say. Okay, hold on. Oh, wait, hold on 1 second. Let me press play on this in the old TCB studio. Let me press play on the old TCB studio phone.
Damn, you don't know who has just a weed cough or who got coronavirus these days. Whoo, whoo!
Whoo, whoo! Oh!
Who got coronavirus? Who got coronavirus? Who? Could be me, could be you, could be me, could be you.
Could be me. Could be you.
Who's got it?
Who's got the beat? I don't know. Could be me. Could be you. If you find the beat, could you pass it on to Razzle-Kahn, please?
Exactly.
I don't know. You know, I think this is really bad.
Yeah,
I think this is really bad.
Horrible.
But there's something a little bit catchy to it, right? There's something a little bit
tiny.
tiny. Tiny. Like that ass she's shaking.
Oh my God.
Tiny. Oh, man.
She's got the fanny pack on. And yeah, she's in the streets of somewhere. Chicago. Were they from Chicago or New York?
No, they were from New York, but
York.
they're actually, I think she's in like Ho Chi Minh City or something. They were like, one of the videos was called Hanging in Ho Chi Minh. She also does arts and crafts and cooks on her channel too.
Oh, okay.
And half the
All
time
around
she's like
girl.
half naked there too. Yeah, I mean, it's she complains about, she calls herself a feminist, but then she's like naked her entire
Right.
video. Now, I get it. You'd be naked if you want to be naked, but there's something feels a little off or insincere
Yes.
about your feminism when you're showing your
Right.
tits for views,
Right.
right? I'm sorry, but it's just like, it just seems all a little bit made up. But listen, you got to give it to the girl. She's following her passion, and now she's in jail.
And she's a thief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I suspect that somebody else actually stole these coins. It wasn't them. I suspect that someone else gave them these coins to wash.
And said, please,
Yes.
please launder these.
Yes, I think it was probably
You
like
take the
some
route.
13-year-old kid that got in there and stole these coins. And they're all friends, and they volunteered. They said,
Yeah.
we'll figure out how to wash it because I don't know, because they have some knowledge about washing money. And now they had $4.5 billion that they didn't know what to do with.
Yeah.
And people were getting desperate. They were like, you got to get this money to me,
Yeah.
dude. And he's like, how about $500
Hey,
gift
gift
cards to Walmart. I mean,
Yeah, there's only so much you can do at
there's
Walmart.
only so much you can do. Number one. Number two, like, you don't think they track Walmart gift
Right.
cards? I mean, come on, man. They track
That's the thing that
everything.
all the scammers ask for too.
Yeah.
is go to Walmart. Get the
I know
gift
the
cards.
first thing my drug dealer asked for is $500. Oh, actually, I've had drug dealers that would take anything. They take like your shoes. I'd be like, hey, man, yeah, I'll take your shoes, man.
I like those shoes.
Yeah, it's a nice shirt you got on. I think I did give a shirt up once for some weed or something. I think I did. In the vein of all that is rap, one of the most unbelievable compliments that anybody has paid the commercial break, I think, is Big Will the Champ. A couple of weeks ago, he texted me, and he just texted me this audio file. I didn't know what to expect by this audio file.
Right.
But what I got was quite surprising, and I thought that it was just the best. Now, hold on. I'm going to get Big Will on the phone here for a second, but I want to play something that he sent. You want to hear this?
Yes, of course.
I just want you, the audience, to hear what Big Will the Champ sent me before we get Big Will on the phone.
It's amazing.
Yeah. It's Big Will the Champ with Mishy Mish on the track.
Yo.
We about to make y'all damp. Y'all want to soak with us? Yeah. It's the TCB flow, but y'all already know you're listening to the #1 podcast show. Nah, I'm just kidding. I oversold it. More like in the top 25, but closing. We'll get the victory. We're going to make it sweet, but we drop the T so sweet like Frankie B. Oh, and if you see a little man with no neck, you better run away. Cookies, liquid engagements, and rats on pavements, and mayo shampoo. You got 90 days to die or see Angela's boobs.
I heard 16 references to the commercial break in just like 2 lyrics. Let's get Will on the phone because I want to talk to him about this.
Big Will.
Hold on one second. I'm dialing up on the TCB phone. Will.
Yeah.
Hey,
What's up?
Best to you,
What
Mr.
up,
Will.
what up?
Best to you, buddy.
Best to y'all.
Okay.
Yo, can we talk about this girl first?
Yeah, go talk about RazzleCon.
Yeah.
First of all, I think we need to change the name. I think we need to call her MC Coco Melon.
Or I was thinking
because
about
that was basically what she was doing.
Yes,
I got the vacuum cleaner,
We'll just repeat.
My friend's list is leaner, now vacuum cleaner. I wanted to call her PizzleKahn, but whichever one. Coco Kong. Coco Razzle Coco. It's absolutely awful. I listened to she has a YouTube channel, and the YouTube channel has not been taken down, and there's maybe 50 videos up there. Now, most of them are of her doing some arts and crafts or cooking, but there's these music videos that are interspersed, and they are so bad. You're right. Coco Melon does this too. They take random events in life without rhyming. They then just talk about it. They just repeat what they're saying. It's like a conversation in musical form.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun.
And And sadly, does she have more YouTube views than the commercial break?
Probably.
No comment.
Because we need to get those views up on this show, right?
Thank you.
That's right.
Yeah, well, no, actually, most of our videos are in the hundreds of views, not in the tens of thousands or anything like that. But because she has been getting notoriety now,
people are going
back, and a lot of people are, reviewing
Plus
her
she's
videos
wearing
and stuff like
pasties.
that. Yeah, she's wearing
That'll
pasties.
just automatically get you views.
Yeah, listen, the girl's got a nice body. I got to say that to her. I got to give her that. She's got a nice body. So it's working. Basically, she does have more subscribers than the commercial break, but that's not really. I think Frankie B has more subscribers than the commercial break. So we're an audio preferred platform. Let's put it that way. So,
and we're going to tell you about that. But first, let's hear Will rap for a second.
So listen, you sent me this rap. How did you? How did you just decide one day you're going to make a rap about TCB?
Yeah, you saw the competitive eating thing that I did with the rapper, and that would just I'm a '90s rap kid, you know what I'm saying? So I just kind of catch the idea once in a while, and because of all the references, it just popped into my head, and I said, let me just mess around with it, and I tooled around with it, and I've been working on it more than now that you liked it. Better than the friggin' R&B song I worked on, because we wrote that in about an hour and then recorded it. This I've been working on for 3 weeks now.
Nice. Thank you.
What did you think of the Super Bowl as a 90s R&B kid?
I thought it was dope. But I thought it was basically what you expected. I think that the only funny part is, the which you don't like to talk about, the political aspect of everybody condemns people for one way, and then we have a Crip walk on the TV. So that's the only part that was weird for me.
Fair enough. I agree with you. Listen, I think
but the performances were dope.
Totally. And I think it was strangely timed by the NFL, right? And
right.
But we can go down a rabbit hole with that one, and I don't want to get into it. But
right.
I love this rap. You've told me via text message you have updated the rap. Can I drop a song? And can you do the rap for us here live?
Yeah. We got the beat. Let's do it.
Okay. All right. So I sent Will this song earlier so that he can get so he understands what's coming. I don't want to drop the beat. Okay. I don't want to mess it up.
No, listen, I'm no professional. I just do this shit for fun. So I'll probably mess up somewhere, but I'll just
we're not
try
professionals
to
we're not professionals
either. We're doing this
fair enough.
And we're in the top 20 comedies. The good news is...
So you're saying there's a chance.
Saying there's a chance. The good news is podcasting is the Wild West, and you're now on a podcast and not on the Super Bowl. That's good news. Number 2, I set you up well because I put RazzleCon right before you.
That's right. So you're following RazzleCon.
I could have put RazzleCon after you, but I decided to put RazzleCon before you. Okay, here we go.
Low promise, high delivery.
Okay. Let me tell. Okay, here you go.
All right. Yeah. It's Big Will the Champ on the track. Sack Pack Squad up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Y'all want to soak with us? We're going to get the audience wet. Bryan, you moist over there?
Oh, you know it.
Krissy, I'm not going to say nothing. Let's go.
I'm in.
It's that TCB flow that y'all already know. You're listening to the #1 podcast show. Nah, I'm just kidding. I oversold it from the bottom to the top and the closing. Oh, we get the victory. We're gonna make it sweet, but we drop the T so sweet like Frankie B. Oh, and if you see a little man with no neck, you better run away quick. He's slick with engagements, racks on pavements, and male shampoos. You got 90 days to see Angela's boobs, but yo, excuse me because I buried the lead. This is about the TCB with my man Bryan G. Shouts out to Hoadley, best friends stay close, lead thick as thieves. He's the peanut butter, she's the jelly, it's the honey mustard poppy and the queen of the ranch. Don't review those other shows, man, they ain't got a chance. We wear emotions on our sleeves, not behind rubber masks. It's the Sack Pack, bitch, best to you and your fam. And if you want to call us up, just pick up the phone. It should be 1-800 best to you, but take off the U for yo.
Oh. Hell yes.
Let it run.
Got it.
Yo. TCB, no, we don't make no money. That's why we watch TLC and watch what cheats get for free, and then we get our equipment. Monster hunting in the woods and nothing happens, but it's understood. You just turn on the light and open up your eyes after the fake scares and cries. Watch this wedding for a guy that was marrying a rod and kissed the Ferris wheel door as if it was alive. And I wanted a honeymoon for more. Now we burning from both ends with unlimited miles. And listen to the pod gives you unlimited smiles. And you don't even need to touch a radio dial. Just find a podcast app and chill with us for a while. Call 800-BEST-YO if you like our style. We light a fire in your belly with cunning and guile. Nope, it's all dick jokes and sunshine. But turn up the volume, it's Bryan and Hoadley time.
Yeah, that was
very well done, my friend. Very well done.
Thank you.
We have our first official TCB theme song written
rap
just
song.
for us.
Yes,
it's a rap song.
Custom.
That was actually the first time I did it almost perfectly on the first run.
Very good, my friend. You did it very well.
Wow.
Okay, now we have to deconstruct a little bit because I got to go. There's just so much in there, so much to unpack.
Yeah.
But I love
we
the
don't
part
make any
where
money.
you said that.
That's why we watch TLC.
You said something like peanut butter and jelly. Like I'm the peanut butter, she's the jelly.
Yes.
Hit that.
Right.
Like, just talk that line through for us there for 1 second.
So I was thinking about like what to put in about both of you, and then of course it's the closest of the friendship. So that's what I plugged in, and I said, Bryan G shouts out to Hoadley, best friends stay closely, thick as thieves. He's the peanut butter, she's the jelly. It's the honey mustard poppy and the queen of the ranch. Don't review the other shows. They ain't got a chance. Wear emotions on our sleeves, not behind rubber masks. It's a sack back, bitch. Best to you and your fam. If you want to call us up, pick up the phone. It should be 100 best to you, but keep off the you for you. Keep off the last S for savings.
Dude, so good, man. So good. I was in a pretty famous band called 33P. I don't know if you caught our concert at the Shady Groves Retirement Center or not, but it's going to go down as one of the best concerts ever. But I could just never.
The lost tapes.
Yeah, I could never. The lost tapes. For a reason.
I'm waiting for the 4-hour movie about the behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes.
Where are they now?
I know. Where are they now? I'm on this shitty podcast.
Coming to Hulu, Bryan G.
I made a podcast out of my old shitty 33P tapes. I never could rap. That was something that, like, even though I think, I have some sense of musicality, it's really bad. I could never rap. I could never do that. And I always felt not jealous, but I always felt admirable of those who could actually do it, who could spit on beat, on time, with a cadence and a rhythm.
It's a skill.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that was pretty good, my friend. And then to hit all of those references about the show is, you're a super fan when you make a rap about us.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I think you're officially in the lead as far as super fans are concerned. We have to I think we should make a little board, like a little super fan board.
Roxanne Reagan's up there too.
And then we can people can jockey for position based on what they do for us. It's gonna be hard to top Will's rap. So, but I mean, Reagan did send us gifts.
Yes,
I don't know. Reagan, you know the address.
Some people use money and other people use their heart. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I wish you were using money.
No shade. I'm just kidding.
God damn, dude. Yeah, we'd much rather have the heart than the money. We're used to no money around here.
Yeah.
It's just like our sponsors. They pay us a little, whatever. Anyway, you did a fantastic job, my friend.
Absolutely.
And, we are so proud of you. And just to let you know about Will the Champ and what a great guy he is. And so Will and I communicate. He's one of the few fans that actually has my direct number.
Right.
Because Will also sometimes contributes to the content of the show. One of the difficult things about putting out a podcast, especially now 3 days a week, is making sure that we have stuff to talk about. Now, Krissy and I could endlessly talk about if it was, us talking about our friendship circle or our personal stuff, but you're going to get bored by that really quickly. You don't know who the fuck our friends are, and you don't care what, who's marrying who or cheating on who or whatever. So we have to find stuff that's universally interesting to talk about, and that is a difficult thing to come up with on your own so many times, for so many recordings a week. So Will is one of the few people, along with Tina and Gustavo and my brother Danny and a couple other people, that come up with good ideas for the show. So some of the content that you hear is actually because Will forwarded it to us.
It was a germination of a seed from Will.
That's right. And that's
you know what it is when you have it was sort of, a melding of the right time, because when you have a very established show, and that's no shade to you, when you have a very established show, it's hard to become one of those people that they pay attention to or take your ideas.
True.
And since I kind of got in with you guys on the ground floor when you were just growing and I had time to listen because of COVID, it kind of just, was the right thing at the right time that we were able to contact and make a great connection.
Yeah, no, I think you bring up an interesting point, and I think
and
because
if you're looking for a ground floor opportunity, let me tell you.
Do it.
Just do
it. If you're looking for a ground floor opportunity, this is like basement level. We are like subterranean. When they talk about the aqueduct,
or the underground floor.
They talk about that groundwater in California that's all dried up. It's like the level we're on right now. And
hey, listen, underground is always considered badass, so I think we should take it.
That's true. I take it.
An underground
I wouldn't want it
floor
any other
opportunity.
way. And I hope that no matter, and listen, the show is certainly not at a point where we need to worry about this, but I hope if it ever gets there, that we always remain approachable, because, it's just a fun little podcast. And I always wanted to be a fun little podcast, no matter how many people are listening. So
yes.
You did come at the right time, though, because we were at a point where it just seemed like, you were our only listener, so I might as well listen to you.
It was a desert level opportunity.
Yeah, it's like a mirage. A listener? There's a listener? That's
I'm happy to be along for the ride, guys.
Yeah, you guys did a great job. Okay, Big Will the Champ, thank you very much. We'll talk to you soon. That's Big Will the Champ with his great. And tell Michelle, I know she doesn't want to be on the phone and on some people, and that's fine. Just tell her we love her.
Thank you.
She'll participate in the future. She just didn't. She thought she sounded silly doing the background noise, but she'll probably talk with me in the future.
Perfect.
Send our love, Will. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Oh, that's Big Will the Champ. God love him.
I love him.
I love him. Competitive eater, reality show star. He's
rapper,
done it all.
R&B artist.
Yeah, he was explaining to me a couple of weeks ago. I didn't intend to become friends with Will. He contacted the show, as he said. He was like, "Oh, I like this show, and I have some. I've got this creative idea for the show. Let me send it to the guy who's doing it and see if he responds." And I did, because it sounded like a good idea, quite frankly. And so now Will and I, we don't talk a ton, but we talk every once in a while. And he was explaining to me that he's always wanted to use this kind of creative side of himself. And that's why he's been a rapper and a competitive eater. And, because it's things that he felt like he wedged his way into the entertainment world where he could use his creativity full time. And yeah, he's got that. He's got an interesting
fun
mind.
in life.
Yeah. And I think he personifies maybe what I think a TCB listener might be, right?
Yeah.
A guy who doesn't take himself too seriously, doesn't take life too seriously, isn't extreme in any way. He's just like a good, down to earth guy who's like living his life and doing his thing.
Absolutely.
And basically like me.
Enjoys bad humor.
Yeah, like me, a down to earth, grounded kind of guy without a big ego.
Sunny side up.
Sunny side up. By the way,
I asked for eggs, by the way, when I was in Costa Rica for sunny side up. It made me think of you.
Sunny side up.
How would you like your eggs? Sunny side up.
I actually found some additional 33 Willie material in that big, the big package of stuff that I got. That I found. I actually found some 33 Willie material that I think would be good to review.
Okay.
It's like new stuff that wasn't part of that particular concert. It's like us in this guy's, basically attic when we were practicing and writing these songs.
Nice.
And so if you thought the concert was bad, wait until you hear us practicing.
If you've seen the Beatles documentary, I can imagine yours looks like that.
It does.
It
does. Minus George, Ringo,
in the creative process.
Paul, or John. Any talents, actual instruments, cameras, or something that sounds like a song.
Right.
And besides that, it's exactly the same. It's in black and white, and it's a lot of tuning of guitars. We didn't have tuners. We were just like,
I'm going to pull out some of my old tapes, too, from not when I was singing, but when I was doing the commercials.
Oh, yeah.
I've got to bring those in.
You got to do those. I'd love to see those old local commercials. Okay.
The local car commercials. We're slashing prices to the bone.
We're slashing prices everywhere. Come down to Joe Jones, used car salesman. See Krissy. If you have an idea for the commercial break, we're accessible. We're approachable. 661 best of you. 237-8296. That's 661-237-8296. Just text me and let me know what you're thinking. Lots of people do, by the way, and some of these ideas end up becoming entire episodes. And if it's interesting enough and it's personal and you want to do it, we might even bring you on. And
we're going to do the games too.
Oh, yeah, we're going to do the games.
People on.
We're going to be doing a series of games in the future, in the near future, probably in the summertime. We want to get some people lined up for that. So hit us up, www.tcbpodcast.com. Go to the Contact Us form, drop us a line, tell us that you're interested in playing the games. If you want your free TCB collectible sticker, click on the I Want My Sticker. We'll tell you how to get it. You tell us where to send it. It's just that easy. If you're ever in the market for our sponsors, products, or services, please use the specialized URLs or codes inside of those commercials that I read, because that's the way the show stays on air, and that's the reason we can do 3 episodes a week now and dedicate some more time to this. So as the show grows, we want to let you know that we love you. Thank you so much for listening. Every listener is honestly important to us, and while we joke most of the time, that is in all sincerity. Who wouldn't want that? Okay, what else can we do today?
I think that might be it.
I love you.
I love you,
and
Bryan.
Again, I love you. Best to you, Krissy.
Best to you, Bryan.
And best to you out there in the podcast universe. Until next time, we always say, we must say, and we do say, bye.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 18-month terms and only a $500 minimum. And the happiest part? MSU FCU certificates yield 4.5% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/MSUFCU. That's MSUFCU. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 12/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie.
I'm Margot Robbie, and I play Barbie.
And I'm Ryan Gosling, and I play Ken.
Max is now the exclusive streaming home of Barbie.
So cool.
And the Max with Ads plan is included with your Cricket $60 unlimited plan at no additional cost. Log in with your Cricket username and password to experience Max on all your favorite devices.
This is the best day ever.
It is the best day ever.
Don't miss Barbie, now streaming on Max. Phone plan streams in standard definition. Programming subject to change. Fees, terms, and restrictions apply. See cricketwireless.com for details.
Whatever kind of night you're having, start it off right with Drizzly, the go-to app for drink delivery. Whether you're mixing up a bullet bourbon old-fashioned for a cozy night in, or Kettle One Bloody Mary bar for a birthday brunch, you can get the perfect beer, wine, and spirits for any occasion delivered with Drizzly. So,
what's it gonna be?
Download the Drizzly app or go to drizzly.com. That's DRIZLY.com to choose your drinks today. Must be 21 plus, not available in all locations.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 18-month terms and only a $500 minimum. And the happiest part? MSU FCU certificates yield 4.5% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/MSUFCU. That's MSUFCU. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 12/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie.
I'm Margot Robbie, and I play Barbie.
And I'm Ryan Gosling, and I play Ken.
Max is now the exclusive streaming home of Barbie.
So cool.
And the Max with Ads plan is included with your Cricket $60 unlimited plan at no additional cost. Log in with your Cricket username and password to experience Max on all your favorite devices.
This is the best day ever.
It is the best day ever.
Don't miss Barbie, now streaming on Max. Phone plan streams in standard definition. Programming subject to change. Fees, terms, and restrictions apply. See cricketwireless.com for details.